Hello class, I'm Miss Sanchez and today we're going to be talking about the 3 different types of soils. Our teachers are going to be 3rd grade 7A and they are explore and record how soils are formed by weathering of rock and the decomposition of plant and animal resources. The materials you will need are construction paper for the foldable we're going to make, scissors, a Sharpie, marshmallows, Cheerios, Cocoa Krispies, and gummy worms for our cup experiment on soils. Okay class, so what is a soil?
Dirt.
Very good. And what do you think the dirt covers?
The ground.
Very, very good. So soil has materials plants need to grow. So what kind of plants can we grow in soil?
Flowers.
Very good. What else besides flowers?
Vegetables.
Very, very good. Alrighty, so what do we think that the soil gives the plants in order for them to grow?
Food.
Very good. Food, like nutrients, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to talk about weathering and how our soils are formed. Does anybody know what weathering is?
When it rains.
Yes, that's one possibility. What else?
The wind.
Very good, the wind as well. Do we know what weathering does?
No.
Okay, well weathering is a process that breaks down rocks into very, very small pieces of rocks. Okay, and besides water and besides wind, what else can cause weathering?
I don't know.
Plants. What do you think? Plants can do that too, right?
Yeah.
And what part of the plant can cause weathering?
The leaves.
No, think underground. Think under the ground. What does a plant have under the ground?
Roots.
Very, very good. Yes, sometimes plants can do weathering as well. Their roots will pick up and they'll break the rocks into smaller pieces. All right, class, does anybody know what humus is?
No.
Okay. Well, humus is part of the topsoil, and what it is it's the remain of plants and animals that were once alive. Does anybody know what humus does? What do you think it does?
I don't know.
Well, what it does is it releases nutrients to the soil. So your plants and your bugs that live in the soil actually receive nutrients from the humus. Do you know what a nutrient is?
Is it like food?
Very good. It's like food. It provides living things with energy for them to grow. What else is part of a nutrient?
Water?
Yes, very good, because plants and animals need water and nutrients to survive. Alright, so let's move into our soils. And our first soil is going to be the topsoil. Why do you think it's called the topsoil?
Because it's on the top.
Very good. So if we look at our little picture here, what do you notice about the topsoil?
It's dark.
Yes, it's dark. And why is it dark? What did we talk about a little while ago?
The nutrients.
The nutrients from what?
The food. The humus.
Very, very good. The humus. Very good. So that's why our soil is very dark. Also in the topsoil, what else did we talk about? What lives in the topsoil?
The worms.
Very good. Worms and various bugs live in the topsoil. So now, our next soil is subsoil. And why do you think it's called the subsoil?
Because it's underneath the top.
Very, very good. And so looking at our subsoil, what do you notice in this picture?
It's lighter.
Very good. Yes, it is lighter because it contains less humus than the topsoil. Now when we look at our subsoil, what we're going to have is the roots of our plants, right?
Yeah.
And also we have little bits and pieces of rock caused by what?
The weather.
Very good, weathering. And our last soil is called bedrock. And why do you think it's called bedrock?
So it's at the bottom.
Yes, very good. It's at the bottom, and what bedrock does is it provides new soil. Okay, so now since we've finished with our foldable, we're going to move on to our little cup experiment. And what we're going to do is we're going to get our cups, and we're going to take our marshmallows and we're going to create what layer? We're going to start from the bottom up. So what layer do we talk about? That's the very bottom one.
Bedrock.
Very good. So we're going to take our marshmallows and we're going to create our bedrock at the bottom of the cup. Now moving on to our next layer. Who remembers the next layer? What's on top of bedrock?
The subsoil.
Very good. So we're going to take our Cheerios and we're going to create our subsoil. Can you all see the layers forming already?
Yes.
Very good. Alrighty. And what is our last soil? The very top soil. Kind of gave it away.
Topsoil.
Very good. And why do you think we're using Cocoa Krispies as our topsoil?
Because they're dark.
Very good. And why is topsoil dark?
Because of the humus.
Very good. So we're going to put our Cocoa Krispies on top. And what did I mention earlier about topsoil? What lives in the topsoil?
The bugs.
Very good. So we're going to take our gummy worms and we're going to put them right on top of our topsoil. And there you go. Can you all see the different layers?
Yes.
Okay, so let's start from the top. So what's the topsoil?
The topsoil.
Very good. What is the middle soil?
The subsoil.
Very good. And what's the difference between topsoil and subsoil?
The topsoil has food, nutrients, and the subsoil has roots.
Very good. And are they different colors or are they the same color?
They're different colors.
Very good. And what is our very, very last soil?
Bedrock.
Very good. So all together we have how many soils?
3.
Very, very good. All right, class, so I hope you enjoyed this lesson. Stay tuned for next week for all new experiments and adventures. Thank you.